Canoes date back as far as 10,000 years. Native North Americans made them with frames of wooden ribs covered with bark. They used these boats to fish, travel and trade. Today's canoes blend traditional construction with some high-tech materials for even greater durability. The majority of this boat is made of white cedar, which is lightweight and weatherproof. But for reinforcement, the rim and leading edges are made of ash. Construction starts with an upside-down template of the canoe that's 4.8 meters long. Two long strips of ash called gunnels are clamped to create the canoe's inner rim. Similar strips are added, curving along the two extremities. The rest of the skeleton will be attached to this rim. The boat's cedar ribs are softened in hot water for 45 minutes. The ribs are 5 centimeters wide and almost a centimeter thick. The hot water makes them more pliable. The ribs are bent over the template. Steel guiding strips ensure the ribs are 4.5 centimeters apart. Two stainless steel staples are fired through each end of the ribs and into the gunnels. Cement blocks weigh down some of the 43 ribs that are secured over the entire canoe. At this point, the ribs measure between 1 meter and 1.5 meters long, depending on the area they're covering. The ends will be trimmed later to align them. Next, the center line is marked along the bottom of the boat with a chalk line. This is where the first cedar plank will be put to create the skin of the boat. 18 rows of planks are laid on the boat, and a box cutter is used to shape the ends into a curve. The planks are secured with brass tacks. Brass because it's rust resistant and its colour blends well with the blonde wood. Since the planks are straight angled, this process leaves some wedge-like spaces which will be covered separately. Thin wedges of wood are cut to cover these remaining spaces. It takes 8 hours and 2,500 tacks to fit all the planks on the boat, and takes one person 30 hours to make one canoe. The excess is trimmed from the ends of the ribs with a circular saw. Then the boat is lifted off the template, turned right side up and placed on 2 sawhorses. Here, a worker feels inside the boat for any protruding tacks. He uses a hammer and a metal block to flatten them. Next, a nylon string is tightened between the gunnels, bringing the boat's extremities together. The tips of the gunnels are joined with a screw at either end of the boat. Triangular pieces of mahogany are installed. Then the ends are trimmed and closed off. Next, 2 more gunnels are attached with 44 screws to create the outer rim of the boat. To protect the wood and make its surface watertight, the bottom of the canoe is covered with fiberglass cloth. It's sealed with 3 coats of clear epoxy resin. The front and back of the boat is reinforced with more fiberglass and resin because these areas will suffer more wear and tear. Holes in the bottom of the boat are sealed with silicone. This helps attach the keel, the spine of the boat, as well as 2 long brass components on top of the keel. The canoe is flipped and 37 screws are attached through the silicone and into the keel. Frozen strips of rawhide leather are thawed out in water, and then holes are cut into them. This enables the strips to be woven together to cover the canoe's 2 ash wood seats. It takes about an hour to weave the required 20 meters of rawhide. It takes 2 days for the leather strips to dry out and tighten. They're then coated with marine varnish. Inside the boat, the seats are installed using 4 brass bolts. Next comes the yoke, a bar running across the width of the boat. It's designed to fit on your shoulders when you carry the boat upside down. The other bar is for securing gear safely while you're out paddling on the water. Bon voyage!
wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up